Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your homeboy Nagamuzu coming at you with this week's tournament report. I'm sorry it's coming out so late. Eventually, we're going to get this stuff straight. And if you're watching this and you've watched all my other ones, you're noticing this one's different. Why? Because it is in widescreen. Oh, yeah, we're taking up the whole screen. It's actually being held by somebody else right now. No, my stand didn't come in. Hopefully, it will not be as shaky as before. This week, I was running, that's right, I was running my D-Robo. I was having a little bit of fun. And you know what? It was kind of fun. It was horrible, but it was kind of fun. Alright, I'm going to tell you about my night and my homeboy Mizu's night. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my homeboy T-Cube. He's holding my camera right now. Say hi, T-Cube.
Sup?
T-Cube's back there. So, my night, my round one, I faced off against my homeboy Nick, Salty Nick, and you know what? It was pretty epic. You know, there was no sack on either part. It was a skill game. It could have gone either way, and it just slightly slid in his favor. Whenever I play him, it is epic, it is amazing, and it is...
Sacky.
long. Long. That is the word, long. Because both he and I spend a lot of time thinking about our moves. And I heal a lot. A lot. Anyway, so, moving on. Mizu was running Maelstrom Reverse. Round one, he went against Queen. And his Maelstrom Reverse had an interesting matchup with Queen in his awesome Pale Moon deck. Check out the deck profile. It's up on I Am Vanguard, so check that out. And Queen managed to squeak that out against him. It was really hilarious, actually, because Great Stuck happened and Queen was hitting 19k base. Hitting 19k columns. So it just happened and Queen took him apart. Round two. I was up against my main man White Steve. He's awesome. He actually just started a channel and hopefully we'll start doing some stuff together. Yeah, he was playing Revengers and we were playing around with it. I was dancing around the limit break. I guarded 2 pass. He double critted. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's Revengers. When you play Revengers, you gotta be ready for that because they cycle through, like they search out the deck so much that it happens. And triggers. Game 2, Mizu with his Maelstrom R deck went up against another Pale Moon player guy. A little bit older guy, not as skilled. He made some misplays, but Mizu managed to beat that out because Mizu was getting 4 11k attacks off every turn, and the guy was not defensively checking triggers and could not get the cross right off. So all of those attacks just pummeled his opponent. And that's the thing with Pale Moon. Silverthorn is very powerful, but you have to think through your combos, and you really need to get to that 13k base almost as quickly as you can. If you're going for the break ride, you want to make sure you have the Luquier in Soul. And that 13k base defense is really key when you're fighting against Aqua Force. Game 3 was a game of legends. Why was it a game of legends? Well, you know when you're fighting a kid, not like fist fighting, but like card fighting a kid, and you get grade stuck. It happens way, way, way too much. It feels awkward because it's like, no, not to be tongue-in-cheek, but it's like prom night all over again. I swear I know what I'm doing! But, it was bad. I won that one, thankfully, for the sake of my dignity, because my starter, see my starter? Yeah, my starter has, 5k. Why did that matter? Because I was grade stuck the first 2 games. The first one, I got raffle stomped. Game 2, I was grade stuck. Again. But so was he. And you know what? We were both stuck on 0. Yep. And he was running the Rebirth, so he had a grade 3 searcher. Don't ask me why he didn't have the Overlord starter, but he had the grade 3 searcher, which is a 4k. So every turn when he swung, it was trigger to hit, and he didn't get it. And I built the field of vanilla triggers. He got off, he got to grade 1, but he would have been fine if I hadn't critted. But then I critted, and he's 6 damage healed. Which made no sense, but thankfully I threw power onto my last column, which had a trigger behind it. So it was a trigger column with trigger power. So it was a 15. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that game functioned, but it did. And then game 3 of that, I did Dayusha things really, really hard. And Laurel everywhere. Like, I had so much Laurel, I threw Laurel behind my Vanguard and stopped caring. It was beautiful. But, yeah. Game 3, Mizu and his Maelstrom R deck went up against yet another Pale Moon deck. He went up against Salty Nick, the one I took on from Game 1. And they went back and forth. Now, why do we call Salty Nick Salty Nick? We call him Salty Nick because he's a really good player, but it's really awesome to see his reactions when he gets mad. Which is really horrible. Mad shoutouts to you. A whole lot of love for you, bro. You're all... Anyway, so... Salty Nick was they went back and forth, but his deck was running into a problem with getting stuck on the break ride, and he kept soul charging his grade 3s, and his 6th damage was the last grade 3 in the deck for game 2, so his mind wasn't really in it going into game 3. Now this is what I'm talking about with Silver Thorns. You have to keep a cool head, and when you're fighting up against a deck like Maelstrom R, which can create that win-win scenario, you need to be able to focus. And when the pilot loses focus, the deck falls apart. He managed to squeak that out. Game 4, Mizu got paired down, and he actually played me. We went back and forth, and great stuff happened, and it was a game of madness. But in the end, I just couldn't generate enough hand to deal with all the win-win scenario. Mizu went 3-1 for the tournament, but he got knocked out of top 4 because Nick and his round 2 opponent both dropped. So, yeah. The only win that really counted was mine, was the win against me, but I had a really cruddy night, and that's the thing, tiebreakers happen, and this is something I want to say to everybody. When you're in a tournament, don't drop. I don't care, how bad. I mean, if you have to leave, you have to leave. That happens. But when you drop, that is a kick in the teeth to everyone you fought. Because your percentage drops, and that hurts everybody. And there are some really good players, and I guess if you hate all of your opponents drop, but even then, that's a little bit spiteful. But anyway, so, this is me, Negamuzu, Tournament Report. Peacing out to you. I'm going to see you next time. Keep checking in if you want. We're going to have a whole lot more card fight madness for you. I'm hopefully going to get a deck profile up of my D-Robo soon. Really excited for all the stuff coming out. Gonna have some more skits. And yeah. So yeah. Like, comment, subscribe down the doobly-doo. Give comments of any suggestions that you might have. Yes, I said doobly-doo because I watch way too much YouTube. So yeah. Peace.